Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. I am my own photographer and I have my 1111 Magisterium on. I have to tell you guys, and I have been commenting over on Instagram too and asking you guys if for the last couple of days you felt like heavy, congested, like just things were trying to come to the surface and be released. Now what's happening with the 1111 energy today is we can't be renewed, restored, and kind of reborn with what we're supposed to be doing, feeling, and achieving if we have old energy pulling us down. You know, our trajectory is to go up, so we have to be lighter and clearer. So today I felt like going full goofball on. I was having all my wigs on. I was putting on makeup because, honest to goodness, the day before yesterday, I must have spent 90% of the day in bed, just exhausted. I'd wake up only to have soup to go back to sleep, almost like flu-like symptoms. Then what happened was this calmness came over me because initially I started to panic saying, well, this can't be the season where I'm unwell because 11/11's coming up, the full moon, my birthday, a whole series of stuff, Cherry's birthday. So I was like having this high excitability of not being able to accomplish all the things I thought I might need to accomplish. And then this sense of calm came over me and said, you know what? We're all a unique child of this world. We have so much brightness to offer this world, so much connectivity. We matter. Everyone in the world matters. We're unique in our own ways. We're going to go through peaks and valleys. Everybody's allowed a rest station. And I'm always saying too, oh, I never get sick. I never get this and that. But it was really weird. I knew it wasn't like a flu. But what happens is when we're trying to have serious downloads from spirit and we're growing and expanding, we have to create a void and room. So our body pushes all these things out. So it does feel like congestion. It's like everything just coming up. So, you know, I know you guys were experiencing that too when you were letting me know. And it was so wonderful because sometimes we just feel like, you know, one component too many, right? Where we're just overloaded, where if we start to feel one symptom, we're like, oh my gosh, what if I need to do this? What if I need to do that? And then anxiety can blow it all to hell. So release that when you feel that because it really is all in our head. And because we can make whatever we want happen whenever we want, that's the magic. That's where stuff really happens, because I feel like we're superior to our negative thoughts, right? I'm just looking out my door and window. It's so beautiful. You know, when we forgive those that harm us, when we forgive ourselves for not being able to achieve what we think we need to achieve, we have a kind of pure love direct from our heart that doesn't navigate us in the wrong direction. So what I wanted to do today is these arrived and I love them so much that I want to do a reading with them. And I'm going to do just like, I know you guys like pick a cards, but what I'm going to do this is just for the collective of where you're growing, where you're going to see massive improvements, where you're going to have pain and strife alleviated, where you're going to just kind of have your focus be on where you need to affirm things in your life, okay? Like whether it's in a relationship, you want to put your focus in there and prove to yourself and your others that you can be a reliable, wonderful source of love and structure. Because that's the thing too, I feel like one of my main attributes and what's most important to me in my life is to be there for people I say I'm going to be there for, to be a strong foundation, to be a more than anything, to be a positive receptacle for them to bring whatever it is to the table. I mean, to go, okay, well, let's find a solution. And then not try to compile on that or compete with that or have the woe is me. A lot of married couples get this. So if you're married or in a relationship, comment down below if sometimes you just want to bring out how something's ailing you or whatever, and your significant other feels like it's then a competition. Oh, well, if you have a cold, I have a flu. Oh, well, if you have eczema, I have leprosy. You know what I mean, though? It's ridiculous where this scale gets so out of hand, and Ian is famous for this. He really is. So I don't like to voice that I don't feel well when I don't, because I feel like it compounds it and it exacerbates it. And watch how you speak to yourself. If you say, oh, I'm so tired, watch how your body feels. Here's another example too. In your posture, when you act as if there's a light stream going right through your center, your posture changes, right? Your head is up, your shoulders back, and you're making eye contact, and you're straight forward. You're facing the world. You're facing people you're talking to. You're facing whomever, those that you love. And people will be inspired by your confidence and your stance. Look at the difference of, like, if I'm like You know what I mean? When you're hunched over, it's one of those things where you're ready. Your crown chakra is open. Your heart chakra is open. You're receptive, right? So whenever somebody comes to me with their problems face to face, this is the posture I definitely take on, because it's saying, I'm ready, I'm listening. I never cross anything or block anything. So that's another thing that you can watch out for when people are speaking to you. Are you looking directly at them? Are you really have your shoulders back? You're not blocking anything. And more importantly, when you're talking, don't ever cover your mouth, because that says, I don't trust what I'm saying. I don't believe my words are strong enough or confident enough to be heard. So watch your hand and mouth gesture too. That's something I noticed, just kind of like psychologically wise, right away if I'm speaking to somebody, if they're constantly covering their mouth. Or another thing is their throat. I feel like if they're constantly going like that, they feel like it's repressed, that their throat chakra may be blocked. They're trying to block something. So let's see what's going on in terms of your cards. And I need the writing to be fairly big. I had good natural sunlight and hall light, but that got shut off. So now I don't know how dark this is going to be, but I'm like, whatever. Okay, so two of the things that come up right now is reflection and dreams. So I feel right now, upon reflection, something we can do today that is absolutely fantastic is to look back over the last 24 hours, okay? Then look back over maybe the last week. What is something that you have done that made yourself proud of who you are and the direction you're going? And how can you continue to emulate that? I do that when, if I'm feeling a little low, or that ego kicks in and goes, have you done enough? How much are you actually doing? How much are you accomplishing? I mean, even when I'm working from kind of like the time I open my eyes to the time I go to bed, still sometimes I'm like, there's one more person I could have connected with or answered their questions over on Instagram or done this or that. And you know, we have to allow for a modicum of privacy and healing and recuperation. So don't push yourself too hard. And upon reflection, where did you overspend? You know, where did you overspend your energy? Maybe your financials, whatever, and what kind of state of mind were you in? Because that's a really good way to identify where, you know, there's kind of mind traps in there, right? Oh, if you buy this, you'll feel better. Oh, if you help this one other person and exhaust yourself, you'll feel better. Really identify that and identify what made you not feel better, made you more tired, or what helped you excel to the next level. I like small victories. Like, I love little wins, and I love to celebrate little wins. If I do something, like if I create a beautiful piece of art or necklace or whatever, something's just simplistic. For example, I absolutely adore this stone, and all I did was just attach it to cord, and the stone itself is so utterly beautiful, and I decided I'm only going to make one. I'll make one and put it in my store, because then it's special. I don't like anything that's mass produced or very commercial. That's why I don't endorse products on my channel, except for the Goddess Provisions box, because that's locally sourced, beautiful little artisans, right? It's like, it's just not something I want to do unless I found this product blows my mind. Like, as you guys know, I have a lot of cats, and at one time this one cat product was ideal. Things like that. And that's what I do upon reflection too. What do I do that makes me most proud? You know, and usually it's just to be available to my family, friends, viewers, you guys, for a helpful ear and a word of advice when it's necessary. Because the one wonderful element that I do know is when we feel like we have other people out there to connect our dreams to, our hopes. Let me give you a wonderful example, and I wish I had the books right here, and I will promote them and talk about them in my next video. A wonderful viewer just wrote 2 books, and she had them published on her child and her journey with her child and son with autism. And I have so many viewers that are like, Melanie, because of your video, I decided to finish my book or publish my book or write that song or initiate A, B, or C. And these things have come to pass in such wonderful ways. People have left abusive relationships. People have decided to seek out their dream life path purpose, start their own channel, start Reiki, start all these healing vocations, and it's wonderful, and you guys are succeeding. So that's another thing, your dreams. Please write down today on this 11/11, what is your dream? What if you could accomplish anything would you go and do? How would you format it? What would it look like? Get the details down. Right away, I just began with my set dressings on what I was going to do for YouTube, because I got so excited about the colors and the richness, because I realized Words are evocative of a time and place and can be highly persuasive and calming when we let them be, when we're in a good headspace. Hence how I let my viewers know I never touch a deck or any video or audio equipment unless I feel great, unless I feel rested, unless I feel invigorated and happy and purposeful and moving in the right direction. You see some people get on and they just always, it's not healers or light workers in general, but you see YouTubers that get on and they complain about everything that bothers them about other YouTubers, which is crazy to me, or the world or products or whatever. And I feel like it's so easy to complain. I mean, that doesn't take a gift. In fact, no, it's so unnecessary to pile on what's already people thinks wrong with the world, people, places, or things. You know what? That is not a gift. What we're looking for right now is what inspires us, right? And that's what I want to hear about. That's why I love watching YouTubers, people that vegan cooks, all of those, Melanie Jade, these great, you know, workers and people out there, that light workers and healers and people that create things that weren't there earlier. Now, two other cards, peace and choice. I feel like this goes together in that, you know, we have a choice with our thoughts, with what we're feeling. We can decide at any given time if we want to be a river of compassion for others, if we want to be helpful, if we want to be soothing and bring peace to someone's world and make them feel good and make them feel loved, or if we just want to add to the useless banter of blah, 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 gossip and all of that and those low vibrations. And we shouldn't, because what happens is that darkens our aura, it darkens our spirit, and if we go in the opposite direction, and also it enhances our life, our well-being, and our outcome of our day, life, and situation when we speak well of others. Because when we only emit loving, good, kind words, that sort of all reverberates around us and it comes back to us. And that's what people remember, that feeling that you emitted and that kind of atmosphere that was created by your words, by your tone, by your inflection, right? And you realize that love emanates from your heart when you speak really well. And we have the choice. We always have the choice of that, right? Whether we want to be a beacon of love and support and caring. And it's so, so important. Okay, so let's do two others. So this is huge with this 11/11 and full moon. And let me stop right here to make two announcements. I am running a contest over on my Instagram, Sparkrist11. It's in all the links below. Please come over there. I'm doing a free 11/11 reading contest, and I'm going to announce the winner at 6 p.m. Tomorrow I'm doing a free full moon reading for someone too. If you have liked and subscribed over here, and then you become one of my people over on Instagram, so you can enter the contest. That's one of the main reasons I want people to go over there. When my viewers are then over there, they can see all my listings, and I do these just like on the spur of a moment or whatever, and also dates and when I'm inspired and when I have the energy and I feel good and I feel like I can handle extra and I really want to uplift and I have time to give. That's when I do these. So if you come on over there, I'm doing a contest today and also tomorrow, and it's so fun over there. I do daily posts of memes and I try to make people laugh, and we do goofy things and we connect, we talk about crystals, everything. It's really beautiful. So please come over there and check out what's going on. And also another thing, if you'd like to email me about, I have 4 spots. In February, I'm going to Stonehenge, and I am doing readings over there. I'm going to do a big public reading right on the property with the ancient stones and everything. But I have 4 spots available for private reads. You get the deck that I use for you, the crystal I bring over there, and I do a 30-minute read for $200. I mean, that is the lowest price point I can do. It's going to take them an entire day of filming and an Ian, and I have helpers and all of this stuff, but I thought it would be so wonderful. So please email me if you're interested in that. I'm so excited to do this. It's going to be so wonderful, and I'm really stoked for that. So those are all my little announcements. I just wanted to remember that. But this is very important for what's going on right now. This divine timing and new beginning is substantial right now. With this 11/11 portal that is today, which I believe, and everything that I've studied and heard and feel, is that's when all the archangels are kind of like in, it's almost like if you picture Mount Olympus, they're all up there and they're looking down and they're feeling this high vibrational energy, and they're receptive to manifest whatever it is you want as a spiritual being in the 3D to help you ascend, to have greater understanding, to be able to give money, affluence, all of that, so you can then contribute in a bigger way, a stronger voice, confidence, so you can go out and contribute. Because it's the age of Aquarius where we're all definitely meant to alleviate all the old pressures and subconscious implants of, oh, we can't have that, we can't reach that, we need this to do that. Absolutely not. You're already there. This is your plan A, plan B, and plan C, all of this divine timing for you to be who you want to be, get what you want to get out of life, and really just put the whole world in a cup and drink it up and be like renewed. And know that we'll have days like I was the day before yesterday. I was just not even, I felt like my muscle ached. I didn't want to move. I didn't want to do anything. And today I literally feel like I'm in a self-propelled rocket, butane fueled, ready to go to the moon, and I could just talk all day. I'm so happy. I feel so good. I feel so invigorated. It's sunny. It's gorgeous. And it's just like, I feel like I'm jumping out of my skin with joy. And I feel like, all high actions are going to determine, high results. When the universe sends signs to us, your finances are about to blossom. Love is about to overflow. Victory is on the horizon. All the good times that you can imagine are on the way. And keep thinking that, because this divine timing for you is an absolute yes. This is your yes season where things are coming about. So I just want to quickly, while I'm talking to you, show you these cards. And I'll tell you what I think, is coming up for you in terms of them. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm just going to show you some of them. I think this is the King of Wands. So I always feel like the King of Wands moment and the Queen of Wands moment is about having restored and renewed passion for what we love and where we're going and what we want to ascend to, but with authority and determination. And remember your stance again, like light is traveling straight through your head to your heart and holding you upright and showing you the way and knowing that you can have whatever it is that you want. I want to go to some of the artistic cards that really caught my sight. I'm telling you, though, I can't read these without my glasses. It's so crazy, but I can read things like Page of Swords. I love that. And I feel like Page of Swords moment for a lot of you guys, too, is where you're kind of elevating in your life path purpose and your clarity of thought, saying, if I really want something, I realize there are steps to be taken in order for me to do that correctly. Writing always helps. If I want to go for this job interview, I'm going to research this company. I'm going to have a little insight of how it operates, what its values are, all of that. To be informed is to be ahead of the game. And that's what that card's all about to me, definitely. I love this. Strength. I love how there's always bears in strength. And I feel like, too, that this is a new kind of moral compass for you, where you're like, I'm always going to be strong and believe in what I'm doing when I know it comes from a place of honesty, of authenticity, of integrity, of love, of all the good things, that I'm always going to be propelled by spirit and my heart and move towards this in a very victorious manner and be feeling good. And above all, this is one of my favorite cards, absolutely. The Fool is about lightness of being, of knowing that we are divinely protected and guided and cared for, and that spirit is always looking out for us. And when we apply simplicity and love to things, that's all we really need. We don't need to overcomplicate. We don't need to overstipulate, overexplain, over anything. This is all about pulling back the beauty of one single rose, the beauty of the sound of a wave, the beauty of one bird just landing on a branch and stopping and looking at us, right? Gorgeous exchanges of energy, right? When you meet somebody and they just smile at you. So I'm just going to show you a couple of these. I love them so much. I had this deck come in, and right away, that was the day that I was feeling my least good. It was like the day before yesterday, and I was in bed. And do you ever get to that point where it's like you don't want to do something if you know you can't wholly enjoy it? This is remarkable too. And I was like, I don't want to look at these cards and remember not feeling good. And then I was like, but I could look at them and they could make me feel better. So I just looked at a few of them and I gave myself something to look forward to. And oftentimes, don't you get really excited when something's coming from Amazon or coming in the mail and you know you're going to have something beautiful to have and look at and all of that, and it makes you feel really good. And this deck, right away, I connected with very strongly. Again, as I told you, I have a lot of past life links to Celtic. I remember everything. I remember the armor fighting the horse, horse. And it's funny because in this life, I used to show jump when I was like 13, 14. And I remember we went to the Fergalescu farms and we were riding the horses. He has these big Budweiser horses and other horses. And it had rained and they had a lake on the property. And my horse, we took a corner so fast that my horse like slid out and I just kind of like stepped off of him. And then we both got up as he slid, where like and my friend that was with me was like, how did you do that? Like, how did you know? I was like, you feel the horse move with you, and you know when it's losing grip, it's sliding, or it's not going to clear a jump. If it hesitates, you feel it. You actually become one with the animal. And I remember that from this past life. This is one of my favorite on this too. And there'll be certain things that you're just naturally good at, and that's part of it. It's part of your soul processing that past life connection with that animal, that person, whatever it is, that skill set. Some people are really good at bow and arrows, again, from, past Spartan existences, things like that. Some people know how to operate certain machinery that isn't in their everyday use, right? Things like that. I love these so much. So I just wanted to come on and alert you guys to all the good things that are happening and it's happening. Please write down right now what you want to happen, within the next coming months that can help open your spirit, make you feel relaxed, make you feel connected, bring in this love. So many of you have soulmates coming in and they're going to connect with you so beautifully. What exactly you'd like them to be like, laughter, love, just picture all these beautiful feelings emanating around you and connect with that energy. The universe is sending you signs everywhere all the time. That is it's a beautiful unfolding, and to just get ready for it. And remember, come see me on Instagram, SparkRest11, for all the free contests. And also I still have spaces left for 11/11 portal reads tonight. They're the same. All my listings are down below. And what it will mean for you. And then tomorrow, the full moon read, what life is going to look like over, the next 6 months, whatever you want. You guys can have those questions. And I do them live. I do them on that date. So that's why there's only so many spaces for the 11/11 date today, because I do it on the day. The full moon reading as well, the energy is very particular. It's very electric. Like today, I feel so much clarity. I literally feel like I could be put in front of the Queen of England, Donald Trump, and say exactly what I would want to say. They'd be very different things, I'm sure. But like, I just feel fearless. I feel strong. I feel like a conduit for all things that are good and super juicy for life. So I'm very excited. So I'm my own cameraman, so I'm going to get up and turn this off. And I hope there's some lighting in this, because somebody turned off the hall lighting and I didn't even notice. I just sat down and I was like, wham, 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 wham. And again, thank you to the authors that became published and are sending me their books now. I'm so impressed for you guys. Writers write, singers sing, and dancers dance. Yeah. And let me know what you think of my backdrop. I love this tree so much. It's mind-blowing.